Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life. And I'm back today with a what I've been warming Scentsy video. Yes, I got through some things, so let's go ahead and discuss it. So, what did I get through? I got through some favorites, some ones that I wanted to revisit, and also some LTOs. Now, I don't have the entire holiday collection reviewed yet, but I did want to discuss these three because I did warm them this week, and then what I'll do is I will compile a video going over the whole collection, so that way if you just wanted to watch one video to discuss all 5 scents, and you can have that as a reference. So I did get through 3 of the holiday collection. These are currently available on my website, wicklesscandles.scentsy.us. You can purchase them in a 5-bar bundle for $25, or you can get all 5 individually now. So you can just order them separately, put them in a 6-pack to get the extra 10% off. Or on the back end, if you work with your consultant, you can still get the buy 5, get 1 free deal that they used to have on the website. So first one we're going to talk about is the caramel macadamia nut. So this one, a lot of people were saying that it smells like Sol de Janeiro's 71, the one with the macadamia and the pistachio and all of that stuff. I am not familiar with Sol de Janeiro's perfumes. I'm just not, so I can't say for sure if something is a Sol de Janeiro dupe, because I don't have any of their perfumes. I haven't even gone to Sephora or Ulta, wherever they sell it at, to even smell it, because those stores are like, gosh, 2.5 hours from me? Like, no. So, caramel macadamia nut. I did warm this in the office. So, I did 1 cube. Now, I did pour the wax back into the container, as you can see here, because I was only at the office for 6 hours, and it still had scent to it. So, I'm like, well, I don't want to waste it. And I have an idea of what I want to mix this with. So, we'll talk about that too. So, this one, like I said, on cold, it was a very flat caramel. It was reading a lot more spring and summer than it was like a fall, winter blend, right? So when this was going, it was actually stronger than what it smelled like on cold. And now that it has been sitting a little bit, I am getting a lot more crystallized sugar and crystallized caramel to it. But you guys, if Sol de Janeiro 71 smells like Subway's white macadamia nut cookies, then I say it's a dupe. Because all that the macadamia in here reminded me of was the cookies from Subway. And anytime I went to Subway, I never got chips. I always got their cookies. And I always got the white macadamia chocolate ones. So this one, everybody at the office was talking about it. Apparently, everyone said it was delicious. Some people agreed with me that they smelled the macadamia cookie, like they were getting like a bakery vibe from the caramel, and that's what I was getting too. It wasn't necessarily smelling like a sugar cookie. It was just the caramel and the vanilla in here was giving off a bakery vibe, and then couple that with the macadamia nut, it just registered in my head, Subway macadamia nut cookies. So what I plan to do is actually mix this with my sugar cookie that I have. I just have to find it. I put it away in my spring and summer, like, tote. And I need to go find it and pull it out so I can just take, like, a brick cube and mix it with this. Because I do want to see if mixing a sugar cookie or a vanilla bean buttercream is going to elevate the bakery vibe that I'm getting when it's warming. But this traveled. This traveled out of my room, into the hallway, down the hallway, and people said when they were coming up the stairs, they could smell this. Like, it was traveling that far. And I was like, no, you're lying. You're lying. And they're like, no, like, go. And I did. I went, and I was like, oh shit, I can smell it. Like, holy crap. So it wasn't strong in the office. Like, I could smell it because, like, my warmer is, like, sitting, like, inches from me on my desk, right? But, like, it wasn't fully, taking over the space. But then if you walked outside my office, like right outside of it, you could smell it, right? And then you could smell it on the hallway. So it's definitely one that I feel like if you popped a cube like throughout your house, it could definitely fill your whole home and you wouldn't need as much. Like I would never warm this entire bar throughout my whole house. Like you don't need that much. But this is a good mixer scent. Now, is it club worthy? I don't know. I feel as if you are a crumb top person, a caramel sugar cone, caramel praline cake, king cake type of person where you like to have a scent like that in your stash to mix with, then this might be something that you would want to club so you always have a mixer scent. But I feel like if you have a mixer scent already in your club, there's no reason to have a second one. But I do feel like this type of scent is going to blend very well with other spring and summer scents. I feel like this and Vanilla Waves is going to be knockout. I believe it's going to be a knockout if you warm this with Vanilla Waves. I also feel like if you took this and like a half a cube of Barefoot Beach, that would be amazing. This and Bonfire Beach would even be more. I'm even curious to see what this and a little smidge of Around the Campfire would smell like. So there is potential with this bar, but is it unique enough where it's club worthy? No. Is it a good performing bar? Yes, it's medium. Can I do a lot with it? Yes, it is versatile. I just don't know if I need it clubbed. So that's just me. I'm still kind of like on the fence. I have a little bit, but it's not bad. It's not a bad bar, but advertising it in a holiday collection makes no damn sense to me. This screams nothing. Saint Nick, Rudolph, winter vibes. No. There is a nothing holiday to this. This screams spring and summer. This is, mix this with a coffee scent. Mix this with a Vanilla Beach. You know, this is a spring-summer mixer and a spring-summer bakery. And a lot of us that do love bakery don't have a lot of spring and summer bakery options because Scentsy really doesn't do that. They don't. We had strawberry lemon cake a couple years back. They attempted, what was it? Very vanilla and sugar blossom, which were not bakery scents at all. Not everybody has lemon coconut chiffon in their club like me and others. So there's very few like spring and summer blends, and Scentsy really doesn't do like a strawberry pound cake either, which I think they're really missing the bank on that, not doing a strawberry pound cake scent. So I feel like if you are a bakery person and want to have more bakery in your life in the spring and summer, then maybe club this. I'm just on the fence right now, but it's not bad. I did enjoy it. I do want to mix this some more. So that's caramel macadamia. Okay. The other one that we did in the office this week was frosted eucalyptus. I also had to pour this back into the clamshell. This only lasted 30 minutes in my office, and not because it ran out of scent, because I couldn't handle this anymore. So on cold, this is beautiful. It reminded me of like Just Breathe and vanilla mint, even a little bit of white tea and cactus. Like there was a lot of different elements from other Scentsy fragrances that were like uber fresh and clean and winter air vibes like this one. But man, when this went into the warmer, it transformed into this powerhouse, punch you in the face, shut the front door. Like, this is open concept worthy for sure. Do not use this in a small space like I did. I am warning you, because it literally burned my nostrils and I had to shut it off because it was bothering me so bad on how intense this was. It was not a horrible fragrance. Everybody that was walking around campus that day said my office smelled amazing. And again, traveled all the way down the hallway. I didn't believe them, but I went and did the walk. And I was like, oh yeah, it did travel. Everyone said it was gorgeous. It was very inviting, invigorating, fresh. And I agree with all that. But I think the trifecta of having like bergamot and white sage and what was the other note in here? Hold on. Eucalyptus? Yeah, eucalyptus. Duh, Amy. I think that was just too much all at once, and it made it this like essential oil. And not even the creamy sandalwood in here could tone down anything. It was just so intense. So definitely a good performer. Definitely one I would say you could put this in your open concept and smell it and be pleased with it. I don't mind it. I just can't handle how strong it is. So what I want to do is try this again, but do it in my kitchen. And I'm only going to do 2 cubes and see how that travels. Because I feel like a bigger space is going to take more of this fragrance and spread it out versus my small 8x10 office where I literally almost killed myself with it. So that's frosted eucalyptus. I don't need to club that. I will keep my Just Breathe because that does not choke me out. But I feel like that people are going to enjoy this one, I feel like if you like that invigorating, fresh, clean winter air essential oil vibe to winter and you want that like as a scent to warm on the opposite days that you warm like heavy tree or spice or bakery, then that would be a good one. The other one from the holiday collection that I warmed this week was Snowed In Flannel. So I did do this 2 days because I was actually in the office 4 days this week. So this one I did 2 days in a row. And the other 2 I had only done that day that I was there. The reason why I did this 2 days is because it's a mellow scent. So it lasted the 2 shifts. So I didn't mind, kicking the warmers on that last day and warming it again. So this one is very pretty, very bougie. Definitely reminds me of other scents that we've had like Taj Mahal, Luxe Vanilla, Blankets of Love that's in our current catalog. Also other scents like Snow Place Like Home, Best in Snow, Snow Over It. It's their attempt to do like another snowy scent because they did do this in the past where they blasted out a bunch of like snowy air, winter, slight floral, slightly comfy, cozy scents. And then they didn't do it for a while. So I think like Blankets of Love and this one, Snowed In Flannel, is their attempt to like do those again. And I think there's another one like this in the Scents of the Season collection. Very pretty. I really enjoyed the pink pepper in here. Unfortunately, this is a medium light performer. I could not smell it in my office. Like I said, my warmer's right next to me. The first like hour that it was warming and melting down, I could smell it, but then I went nose blind and I had to leave and come back and I could smell it outside a little bit. The scent was definitely hovering around the door frame of my office. And then it was just kind of like, wafting in my office in and out. I kind of got little bursts of it. Then I went nose blind and then it came back and then I went nose blind. So it's definitely a bedroom scent. It's a bedroom, maybe a bathroom when you have company over. It's not a scent that you're going to want to put in a room where you're in all day because I feel like you're going to go nose blind like I did and you're not going to be able to enjoy it. But if you put it in a room where maybe you go in and out of throughout the day, then you'll be able to smell it more and enjoy it better that way. Is it club worthy? No. Based on the performance and based on how ununique this is, because I would much prefer they do a collection and bring back Snow Place Like Home, Best in Snow, Slay All Day, Snow Over It. I'd rather have those ones, Frosted Vanilla. I'd rather have those ones come back and enjoy those because I know those perform. I know those I can smell. This one was a nice attempt. It kind of matches the vibe that they're going with all these like demure, cozy, complex, bougie scents, right? It goes with that vibe. But I feel like for a diehard Scentsy fan that's been using Scentsy products for like 10 plus years, this isn't going to fit the bill. It's not going to check all the boxes for you. But it is nice. It is pretty. Okay. That's it. That's it for that stuff. All right. So what do we got in here? So I'm going to pull out catalog. I think I only have 1 catalog scent in here, you guys. Nope, 2. So I did warm my whole bar of gingerbread pecan waffles. I did this throughout the living room and bedrooms. Absolutely freaking phenomenal. It is gingerbread pecan waffles on steroids. I get a molasses note in here. It is so good. It lasts all day. Blend this with blueberry cheesecake and you will thank me later. I love gingerbread pecan waffles. This is my favorite gingerbread currently. I have not tried with Snowden sugar or the Minnie Mouse warm gingerbread wishes yet. So that's why I said this is my best so far, because there are other gingerbreads coming out. But this is in the catalog. You can currently get it. They actually have it in a fragrance flower, I think, now. So definitely a good gingerbread scent for sure. And then the other one that's in the catalog is White Pumpkin and Driftwood. White Pumpkin and Driftwood and me have a very nefarious relationship. I love this scent on cold, but the first year that this came out as a Harvest Collection bar, I could not smell it at all. So disappointed. I did the whole bar. I did in small rooms, large rooms, did it in the summer, did it in the winter. It didn't matter. It wasn't performing. Then I bought a bar and I tucked it away for a year, and then I warmed it and it finally performed. So for me personally, White Pumpkin and Driftwood has to sit for an entire year before I can warm it and enjoy it in my house. So this bar I bought last year when it was in the fall catalog and came back. So I was able to warm it this year. So, oh my God, it's like a masculine white pumpkin. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. So freaking good. And there's like spiciness in here. So it's almost like it's got like cardamom. I think it does have cardamom in it. But oh my God, it literally filled up all of the warmers, like all the space. This is all I could smell on the entire downstairs level of the house was White Pumpkin and Driftwood. This is going to go right back in my club once the fall season is over, for sure. Okay. Then we have Pumpkin Sticky Bun. This is from the infamous Goody Goodness, whatever I call it, collection. I thought for sure all the scents would return. And if not, I thought maybe Spiced and Spirited, maybe Hollow Harvest, maybe I get lucky with this one, right? None of them came back. I think they missed the bill on that one. This one, there is coconut in here, which I think a lot of people didn't like the coconut, but I got just like this pumpkin dark caramel. That is what I get with this. It's like you had a sticky bun, right? But it was made out of like pumpkin. Like it was a sticky bun, but instead of it being a plain sticky bun, it was made out of pumpkin. Like you put a pumpkin batter with it, right? And then instead of it having like white icing, it's dark, ooey gooey, drizzled caramel all over that sticky bun. That's what this smells like. And the coconut, I don't smell coconut. It just creams out the scent. But this is super strong in my house. Literally will just fill up the entire space. And it lasted about 18-ish hours. I put it in the morning, and by like 7, 8 o'clock at night, it was pretty much, you know, dead. Probably hovering about like a 2 or a 3 on strength. So it's definitely a one-day bakery, but I absolutely love this one. I did kick it out of my club, unfortunately. I do have a few more bars kicking around of that, so I'll just enjoy it, and hopefully it comes back, you know, in a flash sale or something like that. Brown Sugar Praline. I picked this up in one of the clearance restocks. This was a holiday trio scent along with hazelnut frosting and evergreen and grapefruit. That was an amazing holiday trio. I think it was like in 2019 or something like that. Brown Sugar Praline is so freaking good. Oh my gosh. It literally smells like Roasty Toasty Pralines, but then like this cinnamon, sugar, and like butter. You know how like if you make cinnamon and sugar toast, the innards of that toast is what you get here. And oh, so freaking good. This one is a mix I did. So this was in all the warmers, opposite warmers. Some had the same, some only had one scent, some had both scents, but it was throughout the entire house. Breakfast in Bed and Almond Croissant, both retired scents, both club-worthy bakeries, for sure. We've seen these plenty of time in flash sales and clearance updates, so by now a lot of you have had the chance to stock up to try these bars that we've all been just raving about. But Almond Croissant is literally that. It is a flaky, gourmand croissant just filled with like almond paste. So freaking good. Great mixer. And then Breakfast in Bed is literally pumpkin pecan waffles smothered with raspberry Smucker's jam. Ugh. Yep, Denny's. Just reminds me of Denny's. Love that combination. I do it all the time. Both are in my club. Almond Croissant's in my mom's club that she holds for me. And then I have Breakfast in Bed in my club. Then because I was warming so much bakery this week, I did have to make some fresh woody choices to kind of, you know, get the house reset. So one day I did an opposite warmers, Painted Leaves and Peaks and Pines. So both of these are retired. I do have Painted Leaves in my club. This one has like spruce and maple and like crisp air and crunchy leaves. It literally smells like your breath when you're outside on a October morning when it's like 30 degrees outside and you're walking in the forest and the leaves are underneath you. That's exactly what it smells like. It is early October morning in October in Maine. Love that one. And then Peaks and Pines, I still claim that that sounds like a Maine soap opera. Peaks and Pines. On this episode of Peaks and Pines, Daphne finds that her lover... Peaks and Pines is a good scent. Now, I got worried because the bars that I had left over from last year were starting to smell a little funky on cold. But I warmed it and there was no funkiness. It was back to its original glory, which is just fresh pine and lavender and like cedar wood and other things. I don't remember the scent notes. But it's a boomer of a performer and lasts about a day and a half in my house. So really enjoyed that one. And then last but not least, I just decided to warm around the campfire. I had a vendor scent going that also had like campfire and marshmallow notes. So I just put this in other warmers around the house to kind of elevate the campfire. And that's Around the Campfire, which is Dearly Departed in the Scentsy Graveyard. Horrible decision on Orville and Heidi's part, but whatever. It's sweet campfire. Literally sweet campfire. There's nothing like Around the Campfire. I have this in my club. I have a quantity of 2. That is never going to change because I will warm this scent all year round and not even be mad about it. So that is it, you guys. That is what I've been warming this week for Scentsy. Let me know what you have been warming. Let's talk about favorites and womps. So honestly, I mean, nothing was like a grave disappointment. The only thing I will say is that I'm sad that this frosted eucalyptus was so strong because I really wanted to enjoy it in the office. But like I said, I'm going to try it in a bigger space. And maybe the weakest performer of the week. Let's do that instead of Womp. Weakest performer would be the In Flannel for sure. But honestly, everything else was a favorite. I warmed all favorites. You know, I warmed my favorite mix of Almond Croissant and Breakfast in Bed. Peaks and Pines is another favorite. Around the Campfire. Painted Leaves is in my club. You know, all of these are like I just enjoy it. So this was a good week. This was definitely a good week for Scentsy warming. So anyways, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you're new, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, do hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video. And we'll talk again next time. Bye, guys.